Welcome to the weekly Heart Quest. I'm going to lay a little Palo Santo as I just really set the intent, and I invite you to enter into sacred space with me and set your intent also, and call upon your angels, your guides, to assist you in bringing forward the soul medicine that can support you on your path for the week ahead. Very good. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit more and share with you from the HeartQuest deck. Okay. And the first card is Transform. Transform. And the color is orange, and this is a womb chakra card. Second chakra, womb chakra. Also referred to as the sacral chakra or sexual chakra. But I enjoy calling it the womb chakra. Transform. I love this card. I love this card so much. One of my favorites. And so I invite you to just tune into what this card means for you and ask yourself, what is this bringing up for me? What is this bringing up for me? What do I feel as I give myself permission to feel into this card, this simple symbol, this color, this word? And then I'll share with you the intuitive guidance that's coming forward from my own heart and sacred wisdom. What I hear loud and clear is it's time. It's time, and when I hear it's time, I see this image of a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. And I hear we have been in cocoon space for so long, which is something that the winter often pulls us into. But this is also not only about the season and the time that we're in now, but I am hearing that it is in relation to greater cycles and bigger cycles, and that there has been this cocooning that has been required in order to prepare us for the next evolution, for the next phase. And life flows in rhythms. There's, expansion and contraction, and there had been a need for contraction and going within, and really like dissolving some of the old belief systems and letting go of some of the old ways of doing things, and also allowing ourselves to incubate on the next step, the next evolution. And now we are moving into a time this week ahead. There's an expansion that's taking place. It's time to allow that old shell to crack and stretch our new wings and explore our new power, our new potential, our new abilities. As we move into the week, we can be greatly served by exploring our creativity and exploring the power of our imagination, because when we, and this is kind of third eye stuff, but when we have an idea, a desire, something we would like to manifest, and we take that creative concept and we hold that within our womb space, within our second chakra, and let it incubate, then it is from this sacred place that we can really nourish the seed of that desire, the seed of that idea, into something that can come into fruition and be birthed into our world. And transform is very much speaking to that energy right now. And so I invite you both to reflect on what you desire to create and how you can incubate that within your womb space, and also to explore what is asking to be birthed through you, and ask yourself, is it time to let the shell crack and expand my wings and stretch and perhaps see what it might be like to fly in this new stage, in this new level, in this new evolution. All right, so now let's move on to the second card. And the second card is shadows. Shadows. And this is a root chakra card, the first chakra, and the color is red. So I invite you to just feel into this card and explore, what is this bringing up for me? What do I feel? What do you feel as you explore what this card is bringing up for you? So just be with that for a moment, and then I'll share whatever intuitive guidance is coming forward. So first of all, fear. Fear. Whenever there is an expansion, a transformation, a birth, if you will, very commonly, I would venture to say, most of the time, fear is going to come up to one degree or another. Fear of the unknown. Fear that we might not know how. It's all fear of the unknown. But what is it going to look like? Who are we going to be? Can we do this? And fear also comes up around letting go of that which no longer serves us. And in this way, as these fears come up, I invite you to take this as an opportunity to face your shadows, to face the shadow of the fear. So, for example, whenever there's a fear that is coming up for us to explore, it's rooted in something. There's validity in it. That doesn't mean that that we need to hold on to it any longer. However, if we can allow ourselves to touch it without running, to sit with and have compassion for our emotional body, for our mind, for the experiences we've been through that have led us up till now, for everything our ancestors went through that we may have picked up and carried on, that is the roots of those fear. If we can give ourselves a moment, or however long we need, to feel into what this fear is really all about and touch it and stay without running. The tendency is, when we have fear come up, most of the time people don't really want to stay. They really want to run, this fight or flight thing. But if you can simply stay and breathe and feel into it and just let yourself explore the facets of this fear, the more that you can let yourself sit with it and touch it, you may find that it's not as big or as scary as you had imagined, and you also may be able to have compassion for yourself as to why you've carried this fear, and then explore whether it's still serving you or whether it's time to let it go. And often what I'm thinking of right now is the phase in birth, in birthing a baby into the world, the phase that a mama goes through as she's moving from maiden into mother, and she comes to this point of what they call transition, where she's fully dilated, she's fully ready to birth. Well, I was going to say she's fully ready to birth her baby into the world. However, she might not be quite ready on certain levels yet, and we, at that time, a mama or a woman becoming a mama often butts up against this place of thinking that she can't do it, it's too much, and she can't handle it. And this is the point where sometimes what ends up happening is medical intervention that sometimes isn't necessary. And sometimes it is. So no judgment about how we birth. But the reason I bring that up is because this is such a beautiful metaphor for so many different things that we can go through in our lives, and these transitions and these big shifts and these big moving from one phase to another and coming out of the cocoon into the butterfly, which is something that it's a cycle that we do over and over again at different stages in our lives. And often as we come to that point, the shadows of everything that have held us back in the past from moving to this next level get to be faced again. And so I invite you to realize that if they are coming up, that doesn't mean that you have to go back into the deepest, darkest place of where you may have been in that super suppressed fear before. You have an opportunity now to touch it and explore whether it's serving you anymore, and set it aside and let it go if it no longer does. And you will notice that as you set it aside and let it go, there is a simultaneous shift that occurs. It's like a surrender, the letting go, and it's that surrender that moves us into and through the birth canal or the expansion or the shedding of the old shell. They are interconnected and happen simultaneously in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. All right. And the third card for the week is Heal. This is a heart chakra card, and the color is green. Heart chakra green. So I invite you to just feel into what this card brings up for you and ask yourself, what does this bring up for me? Just feel into it. What I hear loud and clear is the healing is in the letting go. And let us explore this week and have compassion for ourselves once again for not knowing what we didn't know when we didn't know. And have compassion for the fact that some of the choices that we may have made along the way, and we may have had blinders on at times along the way, those were there for our own protection. They were our way of taking care of ourselves when whatever may have happened in our lives was more than we could really process or handle at that time. When that happens, we tend to put blinders on. We tend to numb out. We tend to avoid our feelings. And we also sometimes require going into a type of cocoon along with that that avoiding, that numbness. Cocooning doesn't have to be about those things, but often it can be. And often those places of avoiding touching what is ours to feel is very much like a cocoon. And what's beautiful is that that cocoon, that time of rest, that time of it can become the catalyst for the letting go that is required for the expansion and for the evolution into our next phase, into our transformation. So I invite you in the week ahead to really have compassion for yourself for anything that comes up, any areas that are coming up and asking to be healed. And I invite you to realize that if it's coming up, then maybe it's time. And what can I let go of? What can I let go of that's no longer serving me? That's definitely a question that I feel coming up for the week ahead. And what is it going to take for me to heal? Or I'd like to reframe that, like, how can I support myself in healing? What supports me in letting go of that which no longer serves me? And what can I now give myself to support in myself in my healing, and my surrender, my letting go of the old, my healing of my own heart and soul, and then also my expansion and moving forward? How can I support myself in these things? And where can I ask for support, and who can I ask for support from? And that's a biggie. I'm hearing that so loud and clear. You do not have to do this on your own. Not only are there people in this world, whether they are your loved ones, friends, or families, or coaches, or teachers, or leaders, or social workers, or any counselors, there are people that you can call on to help you and support you. And please, please do so as you desire and as you require. Asking for help can be such a gift to yourself, and a gift to those that you work with, a gift to those that have the opportunity to be of service to you also. So I hear that really big. You don't have to do this on your own. And I'm encouraged to remind us all that there are angels, there are fairies, there are ancestors, there are totem animals, there are elemental beings. There are so many great and powerful energies available and willing and eager to assist us. But here's the thing, this is a powerful law of the universe, especially when we're speaking of the unseen world, the ascended masters, the angels, the elemental beings. They can only assist us with permission. The unseen world can only assist us with permission. And I feel the same is largely true for the seen world too. People can attempt to help us, but we won't really be able to receive that help unless we are willing to let it in and therefore give permission. So it's your job to ask for help as you require it, and to say yes to receiving it, to give permission. So that is something definitely to explore in the week ahead. Once again, the cards are Transform, Shadows, and Heal. Transform, Shadows, Heal. And also we can read it like Heal, Shadows, Transform. But we're looking at second chakra, first chakra, and fourth chakra. The colors orange, the colors red, the colors green. All right, dear ones. Have a gorgeous and blessed week. Allow yourself to surrender that which no longer serves you, to let it go, to move into your next transformation and expansion, and spread those glorious wings, and see what's new and different. And once again, ask for the help that you may desire and require.